today I want to show you how you can do more manipulation of this surface that I created last time. So how I created it, you can view my last video. I'll put in description, the link on the description. So one of the ways to have more information on this surface, I want first of all to label these contours. So before I label the contours, I might want to change maybe something on the annotation. So let's just change this one and just modify the standard annotation. So we can just change this one to times I. Okay, and so how do we make more contours? So what you do is you just come to the surface and go to the annotation, and we want to change the surface contour. So you can just come to the contour. Maybe let's try to use the contour multiple, and we want to, for example, change our contours. You can change like that. Now we have our labels on the contours. So that is one that we have made here, but I think they are too small. So how can we change their size? So what you do is just come to the annotation, and on the surface labels, we want to change the contour multiple and major elevations. So I think maybe let's put it at 3, apply, and do the same. Let's go with 3, apply, existing major labels. We don't have user, but we can just have it like that, then close. But we can also change on the scale here. So let's go to a scale, bigger scale, for example. You see this one, they change in size according to the scale. So let's even use 250, but I think 250 is too big for this map, so 200, yes. And then we can continue and do more surface labels. So contour multiple, like that. So if you think they are too close, you can just come here, so you can change, or you can just put it here, and then this one you can just have them here. So as you can see, this is a dynamic way of labeling. So let us put more, but supposing you just want to have in random, so you just go here and use contour single. So you can just have one here like that, maybe another one here, maybe another one here, maybe you can also have here. So you must click on the contour itself. So that is one way you can label the contours. And you can also have elevations on grades. So before we go to demo on the grades, we must have it's an option. We can create a grade first, but even when you are labeling the elevations on grade, the prompt, one of the prompts will be, you can be able to change the grid spacing, so it is not necessarily as per the grids that you have chosen. So let's create the grids. So we just go to the edit surface style, and then we go to the not contours, we go to the display, and then we want to have the grades visible, and then we go to the grid. Now we want to have the grid, maybe let's go 20 by 20 like that, apply, and now we have our grids like that. So now we want to have elevations on these grids. So what you do is just come to the surface labels, and after that you can come here and you put spot elevations on grid. So just come here, click, and then let's use this one as the base point. Like that. Oh, sorry, we need to, yes, like that. And then the rotation, we don't want to have a rotation. And then I want the same spacing as the one that I have indicated on the grain. So we just go with 20. The other one is 20. And now we want to, we want to go to the upper right location of the grid. So we can just come here. Let's just use this one here. And that's it. Yes, like that. And so it is asked as prompting if I want to change the size of the rotation, size or rotation. So I don't want to just enter no, and now I have my elevations on grids. So these elevations are just pinned to the grids, but just because I have indicated the same spacing that I have shown on the grids. So that is one of the ways that you can be able to manipulate that surface to be able to show your elevations based on but now supposing you want to have them just as spot elevations, so you just go up to the surface label tools. So you just do the spot elevation. So spot elevation will just be anywhere. If I just click somewhere, it will just give me the surface elevation on that point, maybe even here like that. And now after you have done like that, maybe you might want to have a relief map of this topo map. So I want to go back to the surface and go to the style, and then I go to the analysis. So in the analysis, I want to make sure that I have a color scheme that resembles land. But in your case, if you have a different one, you can just change according to the way you want your surface to appear. So after that, now go to the display, and on the display you make sure the elevations are activated like that, and then you apply. So maybe this is this has been set by, as you can see, it is just having a relationship with your contours. So how do you tell that what is the elevation range of this breeze? So by just going back to the surface properties, there is this analysis tab. So on the analysis tab you can create maybe let's create ranges of 4. So those are 4 zones with 4 different four groups of elevations. So we just come here and then we recreate, we run the analysis. So if we run the analysis, it is going to update in this map. So now after we have done that, you need to be able to use this information by the use of legend. So that is where you now go to the surface and you create a table legend. So you want to have elevations and dynamic, so that if you do any change, it's going to be updated. So now this is my surface legend. So it means like this place, it is this place, and this is the elevation minimum and maximum. Of course this can be, you can end it, and if you end it, they are also going to change according to the elevations that you have. So how do you end it? So if you want to end it, you just go to the, not the table properties, just go to this surface properties, and on the analysis, now this is now where you can change your values. For example, if I just put 0 here, and then you can just come here, maybe do like that. So if let's assume this is now how we have changed, so just apply, and as you can see, it is updating. So you can see this value has now changed. So what has happened is now this area has been updated compared to what we had before. So after that, now there are more things that you can do to the surface. For example, if I wanted to exchange this information to somebody using AutoCAD, which does not have CIVIL3D, I can send that person the contours plus other information from this file. So we just click this surface, and then from this surface we can extract from the surface some information. For example, we can extract objects. So what are those objects? Those objects can be the border, the major, the minor contours, the grade, and the elevation. So let us do that. So it is now updating the extraction. Now you have the polylines, which were to be used to represent our surface contour. So for example, if I just click the surface and maybe behind it, so I'm still left with more information, but this is now, if we cannot be able to see what it is. So if I just select, you can see it is just a series of 3D faces. Okay, let's see what are these. or they are solid faces, or like hatches, and 3D polylines and polylines. So that is how you extract information, the graphics of the surface, to be used to convey that information to another person who is not using CIVIL3D. So the only thing you have to note that this is not now dynamic, because it is just has been like exploded from the surface. So if we just undo, I hope we can just go back to yes. Another thing you can do is, for example, we can open another AutoCAD drawing, and still I want us to transport just a part of this surface up to this point without having to copy it into another drawing. So how do I do that? So the first thing I have to do is to save this drawing. So we just save. After we have done the save command, we now go to the surface again. After going to the surface, now we want to extract a cropped surface. So what it means by the cropped surface is okay, let's save. So we want to extract only this part of this surface. So we just come and click the surface, then we want to create a cropped surface, and after creating the on this window, we can see the information about what we need, how we can select the cropped area. We can just use the window selection, or you can even use let's use the object, so that if I click, it is this polyline, and enter. So select point in the area to crop. So this is the point that I want to crop, and then I want to put it in a new drawing. So select an open drawing, and this is the open drawing, and we want to give it a name. For example, let's call it cropped surface, and then the layer, we can use layer 0, it's okay, and then we just click OK. So if we go to this drawing now we need to go to that place that this surface has been created. So as you can see, we have this surface here, and it is exactly the same surface that we had in the other drawing. So we just come here, we can just change our, go to the number of ranges. Oh yes, here this is where we change. Now we have to go to land, apply, okay, then we come to the surface here, and we want to have it in, yes, like that. So thank you very much for this video, and there is a lot that you can learn from this my tutorial. I'd like to say thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Until next time, goodbye.